not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Frankenstein's podcast, where it's all about the monster. We're a creature feature podcast about monsters and why we love them. I'm one of your hosts, Joe Praska, and with me, as always, is
your other host, Khalid Hussein.
What's up, Khalid?
What up, Joe?
Oh, you know, Sunday fun day.
It's not Sunday at all.
Well, I'm on summer break, so every day is Sunday fun day.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you're on summer break. Like you've just been like watching way more movies lately, I feel like.
Yeah, if you ever wonder why I'm texting midday with movie thoughts, that's why.
Yeah, I wonder often, and then I have to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it sounds like you're having a great summer, though.
I mean, it really just started. I mean, like 2 weeks. I think we're 2 weeks into it so far. Our school district goes late, so but it feels good now.
Oh, awesome, man! I'm glad you definitely deserve the R&R. You're a hardworking teacher. The world needs more of that.
Well, that's very, very nice of you to say.
Yeah, it's the last nice thing I'm going to say the whole pod.
Fair. I mean, that was a big one, so I think it's a good one. Yeah.
It took a lot out of me.
Excited. I mean, I know we always have a lot of fun guests, but I'm excited to do just a Joe and Khalid episode. We've done one for a little while.
Just the two of us.
You like
Wow, you hit that pitch hard.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's another compliment. Wow. Look at that.
You are just evoking so much
Yeah.
kindness out of me today.
I know. Well, kindness is contagious. I don't know. I don't know that. Hey, I got a question for you, Khalid.
What's up?
What did the American colonists wear to the Boston Tea Party?
Oh my God. Okay. What did the American colonists
Yeah.
wear to the Boston Tea Party?
Yeah.
God, there's like no obvious answer here. Sometimes Nikki will text me and be like, I can't believe you didn't get that one. I really want to know if she like immediately got this one because I have nothing right now. That's such a weird question.
T-shirts.
That's not obvious. That's not obvious. These are getting so obscure.
Hey,
Not
Khalid.
better, mind you, just obscure.
Hey, Khalid.
What?
What beverage did the aliens drink when they entered the Earth's orbit?
Oh my God. Space Mountain Dew. I don't know.
Gravity.
Oh, you're really on that tea train right now.
Hey, Khalid.
Stop saying hey Khalid. I feel like you're running like psychological experiments on me today.
Stopped. Why, why
What's
do
up?
why do aliens always spill their tea?
Is this another gravity pun?
I don't know.
Why do aliens always spill their tea?
Yeah,
Why?
because they have flying saucers.
Cause like a saucer is also a plate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's pretty good.
And that's a segue, Khalid. What are we talking about today?
Thanks for asking, Joe. Today we're talking about the 1996 sci-fi action blockbuster directed by Roland Emmerich, Independence Day. And I've got a synopsis from your homeboy Khalid, aka me, and it goes a little something like this. Aliens invade Earth, and just when all hope is lost, humanity discovers their greatest superpower yet. Big Willie box office summer, baby! Strap in for 2 hours of a jingoistic orgy that'll have you racing to your nearest army recruitment center screaming, America! Fuck yeah!
What a monster!
They're creatures of the abstract that live off potential energy.
It's alive!
Thank you very much, Khalid.
Yeah, of course. I
Uh,
really wrestled with like how to write this one because it's like a lot happens, but
Yeah.
like what does it boil down to?
I mean, there's a lot going on. Yeah. But
Yeah.
You're right. It's all kind of, yeah. Anyway, you want a little background on this one?
Sure.
So the idea for this movie came when director Roland Emmerich and Dean Devlin, who was the writer, were in Europe promoting Stargate in 1994. They made the film version of Stargate before it became a show.
Yeah.
And so a reporter asked Emmerich why he made a film with content like Stargate if he didn't believe in aliens. So he was like asked that question. He said he was still fascinated by the idea of alien arrival and further explained his response by asking the reporter to imagine what it would be like to wake up one morning and discover that like a 15-mile wide spaceships were hovering over the largest cities. He then turned to Devlin, who was sitting next to him, and was like, I think we have an idea for our next movie. And thus it was born. They decided to expand the idea by kind of making it into a large scale attack. And so Dean Devlin had said he was sort of like kind of over the idea that like alien invasion movies, they like kind of come and like hide in some backfield or something or arrive in little spores and things. And he was like, kind of want them to just like make a big entrance. You know, what if we did that? And then when they kind of had that all done, they went to the studio and they pitched it as quote, Pulp Fiction meets War of the Worlds. So
Ah. I
yeah.
do think the funniest part of that is that a reporter was like, "Well, why do you make alien movies if you don't believe in them?"
Yeah, I kind of thought too. I was like, well, that's a weird question to ask.
Like I was like, is that implicit? Like every
Yeah.
movie that has like a genre like creature in it, you ought to like as the director, you have to co-sign their existence.
If you make an alien movie, Khalid, you are officially plugging that aliens exist. That's your stance.
I'm learning so much already. This is a
Yeah.
very informative episode.
So apparently, another fun fact about this, the US military was providing like personnel and vehicles and costumes for it, but they actually officially backed out of the whole production because the producers, director, and all that refused to remove the Area 51 references.
That was dumb of them.
So yeah. So technically no help of the military happened in this.
I mean, it kind of feels like they still got exactly what they wanted out of it.
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it just feels like this. If you were a little kid watching this movie, your biggest takeaway was like, yeah, military's got it figured out. Like
Yeah.
those guys rule.
You're that guy during the speech who does the really intense salute at the end in the end. You know, you're all everyone's that guy.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
It's such a good speech. It's so like it's it's one of those things of like you just can't have object permanence when you're watching this movie. Like
Yeah.
you can't like hold any kind of like historical fact against this movie. You just have to go in and be like, "Oh, what's America? Oh, this is pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
America.
It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah.
It's pretty fucking awesome."
Let's just get into some thoughts here. What did you think of this one?
Yeah, man. Big Willie box office summer. I said it in the
Yeah.
description, man. Like this is like America really like getting to see like the next evolution of Will Smith. You know, he'd already been like the TV star, the rap artist, and this is like his like final form, like A-list movie star come to like life, you know? And yeah, it's just it's been probably like over 10 years since I've like properly sat down and watched this movie. But I watched it so much as a kid that
Hmm.
like, I feel like I know like all of it by heart, even though there are still scenes where I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. And I just you want to ding it, you know, just because like you get older and you've seen other things and you want to be kind of snobbish about it, but man, this thing just like suckers you in. Like you're on board with all of it. It's so good. They do such a good job of like introducing like a swath of characters. I think that it is so cleverly broken apart where it's like the first act is all about the 6 hour countdown and what's even going to happen there. And then you have like kind of just like that moment of like despair for everybody where they're like Robert Loggia's character is just like at the rate they're going, we're gonna have 36 hours before they close out. He sounds like Grover or whichever Muppet sounds like that.
Nice. Yeah.
And he's like, we got 36 hours before everybody's dead, and everybody's like super like down and stuff. And then it's like, well, Area 51 exists. Maybe there's something there. And it really just like it's really like boilerplate like screenplay stuff of like a rise, a fall, all of that. And they just do it in such a compelling way, and they manage to like keep so many plates spinning, and it never feels sweaty, which is like such a testament to like an ambitious movie, you know? Like, I mean, there's things that we can like criticize, and I'm sure we'll get into it, but if you're just talking about like, yes, I want to watch something that is epic, something that is giving you a big idea and delivering on all of the like implications of that idea, like you'd be hard pressed to like find a better example of that than Independence Day. I'm just I you gotta hand it to him, you know. It's a home run. What did you think?
Agreed. I mean, I watched this as a kid a bunch. I remember it was on like TV, like TNT or some shit. I had a bunch of the toys. I wish I still had them. I had the Alien toys. They were pretty cool. But this, like, yeah, it's just like this era, like they knew how to make a blockbuster, man. Like it was just the balance between like intensity. There was like you said, there was some dour, heavy moments. It was funny. It was exciting. I get what you're saying. Like there's kind of like an instinct to be like, oh, Independence Day, this like cheesy thing from the 90s and overly jingoistic or something. But like man, like they're just doing everything kind of right in this one. Like it's so much fun, like all the way through, even though it's got this kind of like longer, it's a long movie and it's kind of got a long intro, but like I'm into it like from the get-go, you know? And what like you were saying with the characters, like I think it's interesting. Like I wouldn't say that there's a whole lot of character development per se in
Oh
this
no,
movie,
no.
but
Everybody has like one
yeah,
thing.
but they also kind of feel like when you get dropped into their space, like you kind of feel like they're lived in a little bit, you know? Like they do a good job with all that. Like everyone feels like they're kind of, I mean, they feel like kind of, I don't know if realistic is the right word, but they all feel like they're characters, right? Like no one's like just like kind of a stock wooden person or something. And I kind of appreciated that, especially like this sort of like everyday hero like theme and motif that they want to put into it, like just kind of having these people from different parts of the country doing different kinds of things. Like I liked all the characters. I was really enjoying like Jeff Goldblum, like the sexy nerd recycling and biking and all that. Like super fun. Really enjoyed that.
He really
Um,
like, yeah, obviously like he
yeah,
originated sexy nerd in
really
like
did.
Jurassic
Yeah.
Park, but like really dials it in here.
It does. Like it's kind of like another level with like the recycling bits and stuff. And like yeah, I really I enjoyed that quite a bit. Will Smith, cool as hell. I kind of forgot when you talk about forgetting things. One of the things I'd forgot was that little subplot of how he wants to be a NASA guy.
An astronaut? Is that what
Yeah,
you're trying to
a NASA guy.
say?
Yeah, you want to be an astronaut. But like I like that because it kind of comes back when he flies into space, like and he sees the stars for the first time. It's just like a small moment. It's like, oh yeah, that does pay off his little NASA thing. That was cool.
It does. And but also what's weird about that plot is that like a big contention is like, bro, they're not gonna let you be an astronaut with a stripper wife. And I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Would they?
why are we saying that like that's a given? I've
Like,
never I've never even stopped to think of what an astronaut's wife does for a living.
yeah. No, yeah, right. And like I still feel like it's only been pretty recent memory that we've had some of the first like black astronauts too. Like I almost feel like that would have been almost more of like a plot, you know?
It's crazy how much like race doesn't factor into Will Smith's character.
Right.
Like
And the
it
overall, yeah.
really, I hate the term, but this does feel almost like race blind casting. Like obviously when he gets into the role, he brings like a like African American like je ne sais quoi or joie de vivre, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah,
like to it. But it's like on paper, he's just a guy that wants to be a pilot or
right.
wants to be an astronaut.
And he's a pilot, yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently, we were reading some trivia about this. The studio was very anti Will Smith casting in this because they thought he was a quote an unproven actor, and they also thought having a black actor would hurt the movie's international box office. But the director and the writer fought for him, which was pretty cool. So they ended up getting that. That was their one thing they got. And another thing the director and writer wanted originally was Kevin Spacey as the president. And
Oh
the
God.
studio didn't like that, so they end up like conceding Kevin Spacey to get Will Smith. And I'm like, great choice there, guys. Great
Talk about
choice.
the compromise of the
Yeah.
century, like history making decisions here.
Right?
Holy crap. Well, okay. The spacey of it all aside, because like that dude was whatever we have to say about him and his
Yeah.
like personal life, he was at his apex in the 90s.
Right.
Like this guy like goes on to win for American Beauty, or at least the film wins with because of his performance.
Hmm.
Like he was doing just like huge movie after huge movie. It would not have been out of like character for him to get that role.
Yeah.
But Pullman just owns that shit.
I know.
Like
He's
I
so
can't,
good.
and it's like it feels almost like a given just because like we're watching it like so many years after the fact, and it's like, well, yeah, it's Bill Pullman, but like you watch it here and he's making choices. Like
Hmm.
his performance is inspired. It's really good, and like I think that's what I love about this, and is that like obviously yes, Will Smith is the takeaway from this of like that is a star,
Hmm.
but like Goldblum, Pullman, like Vivica A. Fox, everybody's bringing their A game, and it's just so well done. And yeah, I can't for the life of me imagine what Spacey's take would have been.
I know. I wonder if it would have been more cynical. I mean, I don't know, same script or anything, but like, yeah, I think that he just has this like genuine aura of just being like a compassionate president too, which is like just nice to see, given what
Yeah,
we,
like there's like a
have to deal with.
there's a baseline smarminess to
Yeah.
Spacey. Like I
Yeah.
would have never in a million years believed that guy was a fighter pilot.
No.
Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
No. Yeah. Great point. Great point. Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
up there with like the other Black Knights and like talking to Randy Quaid from the fucking cockpit. Like, no, I don't. That's silly. That feels like
No.
an SNL sketch.
Yeah. No. Like, yeah, absolutely not. Pullman was a great choice. And he's also just like, it was like a defining role for him. Like, I feel like every time I see him, I'm like, it's president.
Dude, not to brag, but I went to a Dodgers game last like a month or two ago,
Ooh.
and Bill Pullman is three seats in front of me.
Did you say something to him?
This is really dumb and I sound obnoxious,
Yeah,
but
you are.
like I kept wanting to turn around, so I would just like casually use the word Bill, but like anytime I would say it, I would say the Bill part louder just to
Oh
see
no.
if he would turn around. He never turned around. He's very well trained.
He's probably used to it.
Yeah, but no, it was cool. I got to see the back of his head for 9 innings.
That's kind of special, right?
Yeah.
I love it. Love it. The other thing with your character point is I feel like one of the cool things this movie does is it gives a lot of personality and makes some memorable things out of like secondary characters who could have just been really written off. You know?
Yeah.
Like I think about the two that really stick out to me of like secondary characters that are kind of could have been background characters. I think about Harvey Fierstein's Marty Gilbert.
I think it's
Jeff Gold
Firestein.
Firestein, thank you.
Yep.
Marty Gilbert, the boss, right? Jeff Goldblum's boss, all-time
Yeah.
voice, like just the voice. Like I don't know, he's so funny. And also Brent Spiner, Dr. Okun.
Is he a secondary character? I know he comes into the movie late,
He's
but
only in
like,
it, his screen time is low. He's a big character in two, but like
yeah, that's
that's
fair.
also a character that could have been just like, whatever. But like
Yeah.
like those guys specifically, and there's other characters too. Like you even got Jane from Firefly there also too. Like
Oh yeah,
yeah.
he gets a lot of screen
He got a
time.
lot
Like
to do too.
I was
Like
like, wait, they brought him with from Area 51.
yeah,
I
they
guess
just
I guess he's like alien like adjacent. Yeah,
and he
that's
also
fair.
he also forgot about everybody outside the base.
Yeah, until Goldblum's ex-wife brings it
Yeah.
up. She's just like,
Like,
yeah, so
what about everybody outside?
yeah, there's like so many people out there. He's like, oh, I knew I forgot something.
Yeah. Right. But like they bring just a lot to those roles and it's like they make them very memorable. Like I don't think that character that like Brent Spiner plays would have been a character you bring back in the sequel if not for that like wacky performance that was pretty memorable?
Was he just unconscious in the first one? He looked very dead.
I felt he was dead, but whatever. I don't know if you want to count whatever they're doing in the sequel there, but yeah.
God, I mean, just briefly talking about the sequel, it's like night and day watching. Like I had never seen it before, and like I watched this on Tubi, and then they had Independence Day Resurgence like immediately queued up, and I was like,
Mm.
well, if I'm ever gonna want to watch this, it's gonna be right
So,
after the first one because I would almost never remember what would have happened in the first one if I just jumped into the sequel. So
totally.
like I watched it, and it's like on the one hand it's interesting what they did where it's and I feel like we're never going to talk about it on the podcast in and of itself, so I feel like
No,
we
I
can
actually
kind of
I visited a bullet point here. I was like, let's talk about
yeah,
Resurgence a little bit.
yeah, so it's interesting what they do with like the fallout of the War of 96 and like what that means for like the world, and like it's basically alternate history at that point.
Yeah.
but man, like they just do like they take nothing good away from the first movie. It just feels like they like front loaded it with a bunch of like the most like current hottest young actors,
Hmm.
and it the script just like reads so poorly. Like you don't care about anything that's happening. None of it feels real. There's like no weight to any of it, and maybe part of that is the altered history of it, where it's like Independence Day is happening in our world. Like these are supposed to be people like us. Like when you say like the Pulp Fiction meets what
War of
was
the
the movie?
Worlds.
Yeah, War of the Worlds. Like what makes Pulp Fiction work is that like you feel like you're in a real American city, and that's what
Hmm.
like Independence Day did is like you feel like you're on our Earth. And you don't feel that at all with them. So it's just like the stakes, the weight of it, whatever the fuck Liam Hemsworth's doing, like
Yeah.
none of it feels real. Like it all just feels like wacky space adventures with friends, and it's
Yeah.
like borderline like a Star Wars thing. Like I don't know. I it was very depressing. Like it was like a huge come down off the first movie.
Really, it really is. Yeah. I haven't seen it for a while. You've seen it way more recently than me, but like, yeah, I just feel like I mentioned early on when I was talking about like they know how to make a blockbuster. Like it's I feel like the heavy parts really hit in Independence Day way more than I kind of remember that they did. Like the parts were just like everything's destroyed and everyone's despondent. I'm like, man, like imagine like being in that situation where just like cities are destroyed and like and there are like characters that die in this movie in the first one too that like the president's wife and everything like
She
dies.
dies from internal
Yeah,
bleeding, which
which
is
is
like they could have
yeah.
really just like blown her up and forgotten about it, but
No,
like they really like give weight to it all of
they
like,
really
oh
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
like and it's really supposed to be like a snapshot of what the whole world is going through. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like you don't feel any of that really
No, the
in
second one just feels so there's like a sheen to it. Like I know the idea is that we adopted a lot of their technology to like advance our Earth in a different way and unify it. But like everything just feels like fake. Like not you just don't feel like you said you don't feel connected to it because it's all digital. You know, like there's so much like
yeah.
and it's just hard to compare the two because you're like the first one is and we'll get into it in the monster stuff, but like there's so much practical effects. Like there's like record breaking numbers of practical effects happening in the first one that just feels so tactile and like tangible that you just don't have anymore with the sequel. And it's it almost feels like I mean they had 20 years to figure it out, but it feels like oh shit, it's due tomorrow. Let's throw something
Well,
together, you know?
the biggest issue is like the first one feels like Rocky, where it's like
Hmm.
you're up against like this like seemingly like unstoppable opponent, and it's like it feels like the longest of long shots that we could
Yeah.
ever win, and like they really like underscore that. Like I said, like there's like that all is lost moment after the countdown, and
Hmm.
like all of these like just the iconic every like big building you can think of in America just gets like demolished,
Yeah.
and you just you're watching the sequel and it just feels like two relatively evenly matched people
Right. I mean,
going at it.
and all they really do with the aliens is just like let's just make them bigger. Like it's a bigger ship and then a kaiju-sized alien, right? Like
It's very uninspired. It's like
yeah.
I don't I you got all their technology for the first one. Like I'm not
Yeah.
worried about you.
And they kind of just like I don't know what they're doing with the characters. Like you, Jeff Goldblum's not really bringing it. Um,
I mean, Goldblum's always like he's just
yeah.
cycling greatest hits at this point. Like he's giving you the ticks, he's doing the voice, and it's
Mm,
just none of it is done in earnest. Like he's a caricature of himself
a
these
little
days
bit, and
because he's
then
giving them what they wanted.
yeah, and then Bill Pullman is just kind of like a like his character's like a hollowed out shell, which is kind of sad. But then like you know you don't have Will Smith. Like Will Smith is like dead in this, and you have like his son is A Train from The Boys,
Yeah.
who's not really doing a whole lot there either. But
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. They made Liam the Will Smith character in this one, which is like,
yeah,
sure, fine. Yeah, it's your movie. Do what you want. I didn't care for it. And
yeah,
yeah, I honestly like I don't love all the choices Will Smith has made in recent years, but saying no to that movie was like super smart.
right. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's too bad because I feel like there's a lot of interesting directions you could have went with it. Like if you, I mean, it's trying to rehash the first one, but in like a weirder, less cool way. You know, like they're kind of doing the same stuff, but like again, there's so much. there's so many opportunities you could have taken it in a different direction. Like they hint at and introduce like other races and other beings, and it's like you could have made that like a bigger part of this movie if you wanted to be a world that's like different from ours. It's not quite relatable. Like go all out. Like make a coalition of like races, like of other like kind of alien races that has to come together. Like when Nicole and I were talking about this after the first movie, it's like the idea was unifying Earth. Like maybe the next step was unifying like multiple planets. Like could have been like a just next step in the theme. That would have been cool. But they just chose to I don't whatever they said do.
Yeah, or like shit, those aliens are about to do it to another planet,
Yeah.
and we can go save that planet, and
Hmm.
like we can help them avoid like what we went through, kind of stuff. Like that would be cool.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of ways to do it that build off of what the first one promised, and yeah, I don't know. It feels like all the like big blockbuster movies that come and go these days, where it's just like insert like as many 20 something like clean cut looking actors as you can, and none of it what you're looking at feels real in the slightest.
Hmm. Right. 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 But anyway, back to the one we like.
The good one.
Like I was just reminding myself, but like a big theme of this is sort of like the kind of like international cooperation, yet it's still like we've said, like it's a very American movie. Like, do you feel like it hits on the international like cooperation bit
Only in the
enough?
most like eye rolling,
Yeah.
like we acknowledge you exist kind of
Yeah, it's
way.
like a
At
montage.
times it's like outright insulting. Like the
Uh-huh.
only like glimpse of Africa that you get is like a bunch of like people in like grass skirts and a
Yeah.
spear,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
which I'm just like, even if those tribes and villages exist, like you are broad stroking an entire continent right
That has
now.
many cities.
Yeah, and it's nuts. And then like you see what they do again, not to bring it back to the sequel, but like the politics have not gotten better. It's firmly rooted in like Africa, violent,
Yeah,
primitive.
it's like a warlord in the second one, right? Like an African warlord is a character. Yeah.
Yeah, despite the fact that they go out of their way to say that they've achieved like world peace. Like,
Except for that part of the world.
Africa, they're still on their bullshit. I don't know what's going on over there. Like, but yeah, like it's okay. Aside from just like the National Geographic cover ass like depiction of Africa, you've also got the Israeli fighter pilots staring down what I think are like Iranian or Iraqi
I
fighter
think that are
pilots.
Iraqi, yeah, because they said I think the
Yeah,
Iraqi desert.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I think they're just staring each other down. They're like, "All right, we're pausing our differences to fight aliens."
Yeah,
And I'm like, All right, sure." And
sure.
then yeah, they've got like the French smoking a cigarette. Like,
Yeah, that was
do you think the Americans can do it? Like
good.
everything about it is it's just
The British guy, about bloody time.
That's the thing, though, It's like that's why this movie works, though. It's taking big swings, it's painting with the widest brush, and it's like, look, man, you're either with us or you're not. Like we're moving
Yeah.
fast.
I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, like it is like an American production, like it's an American film, like so. Yeah, of course, it's going to be centered on the American perspective, right? Like that's kind of. I mean, like I don't get mad at like Doctor Who for being in London all the time, like
Of course.
it's fair. It doesn't. It truly doesn't bother me. Like I do think like if that's a theme, like yeah, you could have done more with it, but like I'm okay. I'm overall I'm okay. I'm okay with forgiving in this case.
It is interesting watching this movie in a post like the Martian landscape of
Right.
like
Yeah.
showing us like what this kind of scenario would look like if you like did it in earnest,
Hmm.
of like
International
yeah,
cooperation. Yeah.
a lot of the good ideas would probably come from other countries, and that's fine. Like if
Yeah.
we have a shared goal, who cares?
Right. Yeah, exactly. It'd be great. Like it'd be great to see that idea kind of played out, yeah, differently. But
Yeah,
what we got. Yeah.
again, like that's not what this movie's goal was by any means. Like it's called Independence Day.
Uh-huh.
It is about how much America kicks ass, and you better not fuck with us.
Yep.
The I do think it's really funny when Bill Pullman gets like the psychic like blast from the Area 51 alien. He's
Yep.
like, oh God, they're here to kill us all and extract our resources. I just really wanted her to be like, that's our thing, damn
That's what we do.
it.
And then
Like,
it's
I'm like, oh, like nobody in the room was like, huh, that sounds familiar. Like, huh.
yeah. And that's right. And then after that, they got the pan, like the close-up pan is like nuke 'em, right?
That's the thing. It's like it's just this movie. I said it at the top of this. Like you gotta have like the object permanence of a baby. Like you can't even be kind of familiar with American history and go into this movie and not just be like, oh yeah. I'll be honest, the aliens sound a lot like us.
Right. Yeah. That kind of happens a lot in like alien invasion movies where it's just like, what if we were treated the way that we treat others?
I
Right.
mean, yeah, that's literally it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's putting ourselves in like the victimization seat just to justify how violent we can get. Like we
Right.
never stop. Like they even make like passing jokes where like Judd Hirsch's character is like talking about like you really thought it was just $10,000 pencils and $50,000 trash cans. Like they
Yep.
talk about like what an outsized military budget we had in 96, which like looks like pennies compared to what we have now.
Yep.
Like it is an outsized, overly militarized country creating a narrative where they can like be like, oh man, we sure are the underdog.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
sure we sure are besieged.
Oh man. We didn't even talk about Judd Hirsch, though. He was fun.
Oh, he was
He was
delightful. I
super
mean,
delightful, yeah.
it's crazy how much he looks like he hasn't aged since then. Like,
Since that time, yeah.
yeah, I mean, because yeah, when did Resurgence come out? Like
It's
5 years ago,
2016.
probably. Oh, dang, 10 years ago.
Yeah, they're 20 years, the movies are 20 years apart.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, yeah, Judd Hirsch, like it's like he got old and then he just kind of stayed like one
He's
setting of
he
old.
stayed that, yeah, exactly. He's that old
Yeah.
for a while now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Settled in. Settled into his old.
God bless him. He was doing what he could for that sequel.
Yeah.
But he really, yeah, I really enjoyed his character. Obviously, it's like he's kind of shoehorned in.
Hmm.
Like there's no realistic reason why your dad has to. Yeah, sure, you can't drive, so
Uh-huh.
you're going to make your dad like in the midst of like a global like catastrophe, like your old dad drive you to DC knowing God knows what's gonna happen next. Like it's insane. You wouldn't do that, but like I love that they like kind of shoehorned
Oh
it
yeah.
in, and like even the president's like, yeah, you can come to Area 51. Like I don't care.
I mean, at that point, like once the White House is blown up, like its norms are out the window, I guess.
True. What's it
Yeah.
gonna do? Tell people aliens exist?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. I mean, yeah, he's there for mostly bits and jokes, which he rules at. But he does have the moment where he defends Jeff Goldblum, which was nice
yeah.
on the plane.
So I
I
will
also
say
love
shout out. Oh, go
I
ahead.
love that he also took barf bags from Air Force One.
Oh
And he
yeah.
gave them to him later on.
It was
That
that
was
was
great.
sweet.
Super sweet.
Man, I was thinking about that. Barf bags, like paper barf bags, like what
Yeah.
the hell were they thinking? That is such a dumb idea. It's paper.
Yeah.
Like if you were like, "Oh, I'm about to dump a bunch of like hot soup. Get me a paper bag." I'd be like, "You're insane. Like
No.
that's gonna rip through. It's gonna leak. It's gross.
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't you use a plastic bag?"
Sorry I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Um, oh, the fucking the whole inspired moment where Jeff Goldblum is like sitting on the concrete floor and he's like, get up, you're gonna catch a cold. And then he like thinks of the virus thing. God, like that was so awkward. That was like one of the few times where I was like, this is clunky.
It
Like,
was a little
what are
clunky.
you talking about? Who catches a cold sitting on the floor? Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, catch cold. Yeah. I mean, it was obviously like they're like, we need to get from here to here. What are we gonna do? And then just throw something there probably. But what did you think of the virus plot? What did you like that?
I mean, they had to end the movie somehow.
Yeah.
Like
I like it.
the way they had positioned these aliens, like there was like literally nothing we could do. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gotta kind of be bullshit magic. Like, and I give them like a lot of leeway because they also only had like a day. Like
Like a
they
couple
had,
hours within that day.
yeah, like, you gotta try something. Like I
Yeah.
would have taken any idea. It's like, yeah, what else can you do?
Yeah. It's weird that that Secretary of Defense, that like sniveling guy, I think he calls him sniveling in the movie, but like he's like super stoked about the nukes, but then when they're like, let's try the virus idea, he's like, wow, what? No way. Like that's like a bridge too far for him or something.
I mean, there's always like one guy
You
that
got to have
like
the antagonistic guy,
yeah,
yeah.
for some reason he's like on the alien side. Like, you're just like, what,
Yeah.
do you want us to win or not?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, he's just like, no, we got to try like six more nukes. I had forgotten how like heavy a decision it was to launch the nuke, and
I
like
like that.
they kind of like lose Houston is the implication to
I
it.
think so. Yeah.
Like that's like that was cool. I like that even within this like
Hmm.
America F yeah like movie, they still like treat a lot of it with like the gravity it deserves of
Right.
like they're like yeah like most of Houston, most of the major cities are evacuated, so like the body count will be low, but like we're still talking about like dropping a nuke on like an American city.
Yeah. No way like you can
And
go back there. Yeah.
yeah, and it's heavy. Like it's like shot so dramatically and moody, and
Hmm.
I'm like there's like scenes like the dog fight with Will Smith in the canyon that
Oh,
stand out in my
yeah.
memory all the time. But like moments like that really help make it feel like more than just like a bunch of spectacle.
Totally. Yeah. Like they give it weight, and like it's even interrogated by like other characters too. Like that's why Jeff Goldblum gets so drunk, right? Because he's like, we've given up ourselves or something by doing this.
Yeah,
And I thought that was super well done and interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of Randy Quaid?
Yeah, we didn't even get to Randy Quaid yet. Wow.
We probably have still
Oh,
forgotten like five
Randy
characters.
Quaid is such a interesting. It's
He
the
does
wrong
not
thing.
have much screen time. I
You know,
forgot. Like I always think he's way bigger in this.
same. But he's got a big presence for sure.
Huge presence.
I
Yeah,
love.
he's
He's got a lot of really fun line reads in this. Like, what was it? It's the wrong field. Are you sure?
um crazy that even after aliens are like proven to be real, folks are still like busting his balls about it. And also like and I don't know, I'm putting on my like woke post 2012 like glasses or whatever,
Hmm.
but like really? We're just gonna keep like making the same like aliens like sexually assaulted you joke to the man? Like
Right. Yeah. Wow.
you know they're real. Like
Kind of
what
wanted to
is the
follow up with those guys from the diner, like,
oh man, no, they all got vaporized.
yeah, they're done. Yeah. What did you think of him?
Um, I liked him. I mean, it's like a tragic hero kind of thing of like, yeah, I guess you never really do get an answer one way or another if he was for sure abducted. I mean, the
Hmm.
implication is, yeah, aliens are real, so he probably did.
Right.
But they don't ever like conclusively like do like a flashback to him on a ship or anything
Hmm.
like that. So it's really like we just got his word to go on. And it's like whether or not it happened, it's like his family has been living in the wake of that very clearly
Yeah.
for however long, where it's like this guy was like traumatized by something and became an alcoholic. And then he gets this like amazing, like once in a lifetime opportunity to not only like get his lick back on the people that like perpetrated that on him, but
Hmm.
also like give his kids like a version of him to look at and remember that is like better than what he has been offering them for years. Like it's a tragic but ultimately like uplifting story and like a really impressive way when you think about like how much like screen time he was really allotted.
Yeah. I do a lot with that little time, and it's I agree. It's really well done. I like it a lot. I also was trying to catching like some smaller moments too. I think like I watched the director's cut. There's a little bit more stuff with him and the kind of like the RV caravan going through.
Yeah.
But there's I don't know if this was in the version you watched, but he says something about how or like Miguel, the son,
Yeah.
says something about how like they weren't actually his biological kids either.
I mean, I was wondering what the
Yeah.
setup was because like those three kids did not even look related to each other, let alone to him.
Yeah, so there's some different things going on there, but I mean there's definitely like some racial differences too. Like I thought maybe they're mixed, but
I
I think he
mean,
says something like how they're yeah, he just says like something about their he was married to their mom or something.
they call him their dad. Like
Yeah. Well,
that's,
I think that's and I like that message of it too, like the idea of it's like it's I mean it's we see it so much now, of course, the found family element, but there's the idea that like family kind of goes beyond blood, and I think that makes that storyline more powerful too.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
I just kind of took it as like he's their dad. I don't
Yep.
really whether it's weird casting or there's more to it. Like
Hmm.
for the purposes of the story, he is their father, and he has been kind of a letdown.
Yeah. I think the line that I'm thinking of might have been cut for the original cut, I think.
Yeah,
But anyway, yeah, that was really interesting. I loved the moments he got in the end of the fighters, the dogfight scenes. He I used, like I told you this, I always used to watch it on TV a lot.
yeah.
And I always remember his like last line where he's like, "Hello, you alien assholes." That part, you know, on
Yeah.
TV, they always change it to "Hello, you alien animals." So dumb.
Oh man, the days of TV, what is it?
Like I don't know, censorship, I
Yeah,
guess. I don't know.
TV, yeah, censorship and stuff like
Yeah.
just the amount of people that like probably like it took years for them to find out what curse words Samuel L. Jackson said in movies. The funny example is obviously Die Hard 3 when
Mm,
Bruce Willis is like the terrorists make him walk through like Harlem with a
yeah.
sandwich board, and in the movie it's I hate the N-word,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey man, like, are you trying to get killed? Like that's why Samuel L. Jackson comes out. He's like, yo, are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
is this a cry for help? Like, and then in the TV edit, it's I hate everybody. And it's like this like emo kind of thing. I'm just like, wait, who would kill you for saying
Yeah,
that?
it's like kind of not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's pretty equal
A
opportunity,
lot of
man.
people hate everybody.
Yeah, that's relatable. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. That's really funny actually.
It's just funny when like the censorship like really just changes the context of the movie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I know it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. Do you have any
Uh,
favorite one-liners?
Welcome to Earth is
Classic.
obviously amazing.
Hmm.
We like the whole Pullman speech is amazing, but I really always love the "We will not go quietly into the night."
Oh, so good. Yeah.
That's American as hell. Like,
Yeah.
when have you ever seen somebody get escorted out of a building or a venue quietly? Like, we don't do that.
No, that's just not our style.
We are belligerent, and by gum, you will see why. I'm trying to think. Is there um
I could have been at a barbecue.
I love Harvey Firestein when he's like, "Oh God, I gotta call my mother.
Yeah.
I gotta call my maid. I gotta call my lawyer. Well, not my lawyer."
That was good. That was good. Yeah.
That was pretty good. How about you?
That's what I call a close encounter. That was pretty fun.
He
Um,
gets like all the one-liners in that scene. Like he's not really quippy the whole movie.
he's just, I mean, he's saying to nobody also, which is fun, great. It's even better. Or you do not shoot that green shit at me. Also great. Like Will Smith has a lot of them. Um, also like when they're in the mothership, forget the fat lady.
Uh,
You're obsessed with the fat lady. That was a Jeff Goldblum one. Yeah.
This movie really did just make me wonder, like, man, like, why didn't him and Goldblum do more movies
They were
together?
so good. I love that. I mean, this is another thing about this movie, like with the characters, like we don't get Will Smith until almost 25 minutes into the movie.
Right.
And then we don't have Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith meet until like the last act, really, which is wild.
Yeah.
And then when they're finally together, it just pays off so well, you know?
I mean, and again, like that really just speaks to like they have such a deep bench. It's like
Yeah.
so many like I again I love the Vivica A. Fox stuff. Like
She's
they're just
great.
like
Yeah.
they do such a good job. So wait, when we're talking about the family stuff, speaking of Randy Quaid,
Hmm.
is he the kid's he's the kid's biological dad. They just aren't married, right?
No, that's what I was just saying. They said that you married our mom and the mom's gone.
No, no, but I'm talking about Will Smith and
Oh, in
that
that
kid.
situation. I don't think so.
That he's not his dad.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that's also like a cool thing. Like
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
because like I was confused. I was like, wait, why is he waiting this long to get married? And why is it even a big deal if he gets married? Isn't that
Yeah.
kind of just like you're already a family?
Yeah.
But no, it makes more sense if like he's coming into the picture.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I loved all of that when they're
Hmm.
like sleeping in and like they think it's an earthquake and
That was
everything
great.
like
Yeah,
that.
the
And
kid's
it's
like
like,
shooting at aliens.
and she's like, it's not even a 4.5. She won't even like get her head up or anything. Like, I loved all of that. And it's
Yeah.
like that's just like speaks to like what a deep bench this movie has, where you don't even mind that like the most obvious and like gangbusters pairings don't happen until like with like 30 minutes left.
I love Vivica A. Fox had a great moment too, where she's like driving. She kind of has the thing that Judd Hirsch does in the sequel, where she's driving and collecting survivors, you know.
Yeah.
But like she drives by and there's like a guy with a sign, something like the end of the near sign. Remember that guy? And she's like, "Get in, we're going to this place." And he just like says some weird things, and she just kind of like nods and just like keeps going. Like there's no like trying to. He's like, I tried, I tried. That's all I need to do here. You know, I'm not gonna keep. I'm not gonna stick with this one. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Um,
great.
yeah,
Um,
she was.
yeah. Question for you.
What's up?
Was President Whitmore, Bill Pullman, a Republican or a Democrat?
Well, Vivica A. Fox says she voted for the other guy,
Yeah, that's what I was
and
thinking.
he's got the military background,
But he's
which
also
would,
called soft a lot, which I feel like is often what like they always
yeah,
call
but he's like
Democrats.
soft for like a Republican, I feel like, is
Yeah,
what the
maybe, yeah.
implication was. I
Yeah.
think he was Republican.
I kind of think so because I don't know if we can accept that Vivica A. Fox is a Republican.
Although I have met some strippers with some weird politics.
Certainly true, but in this case, I
This-
don't know.
yeah, for the record, the normal amount of strippers. I don't like. I'm not like taking like a census.
What's normal for
Uh,
you, Khalid?
I don't know. That's why I said the normal and didn't give an exact number.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, exotic dancers,
Yeah,
strippers, like they're just people like anybody else. So their politics are probably more nuanced than we give them credit for.
totally.
So that being said, she could be a Republican,
Hmm.
and you know, her man is in the military, so that wouldn't be too out of
Good
character.
point.
So he could be a Democratic softie.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like with his military background also, it, that's what's so great about this movie. It's like apolitical while still being like kind of conservative leaning.
Yeah, it's not apolitical in that kind of cringy way that some things try to do these days. Like,
No, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think the biggest issue is that like we get like snippets of like what his like career as president pre-alien attack even was.
Hmm.
So like it's hard for us to be like, well, obviously he was this or that. Like they don't give us any policy
No.
decisions or anything. It's literally just like your vibes are off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only
Mr.
president's
President,
thing.
they want your vibes to be better.
Yeah, they just kind of criticize his image or say that he's too young or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think it's like our inability to like spot a like Democrat or Republican so much as
Hmm.
like the movie really is just like coy about it.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah. But I choose to believe he was a Republican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of lean towards it, but a very centrist one.
Oh, super centrist, like
Yeah.
Mitt Romney-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even more
Like,
so too.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting stuff. Anyway, anything else you want to add about the movie?
I'm trying to think. Is there? I mean, I used to have questions about what like the day after this movie was, but the sequel kind of like took the fun
Mm,
out of guessing now.
yeah, like what happens next? Yeah, because they kind of just
Yeah,
end. There's
yeah.
no like epilogue.
I also just don't think that this would mean that like the whole world unites. Like that's ideal. Like
Mm,
that would be
mm.
nice, but like I don't know. It just feels like this would open up like a lot of chaos across the world.
Oh, yeah, it was also reestablishing communication. Like they were doing Morse code, like,
Because
yeah.
yeah, I mean, like we were texting about the movie. I was saying like this is basically just like a natural disaster movie where you can like fight the natural disaster.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
know,
point.
so it's like the rebuild and everything like that. I think I would be more interested in that than just like fast forward to we have high speed rail now because of
Mm,
aliens.
that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I guess no further thoughts.
Shall we monster?
Let's do it.
Cool. All right. Well, we kind of haven't really touched on the aliens themselves much actually in this conversation, but they are a big part of this. They are called the Harvesters, and I don't know if that name is given in the text of the film. It's in the
First I'm
not
hearing
I think it's the
this.
novelization and maybe the second one, but they're essentially a race of intelligent and technologically advanced hive mind extraterrestrials They seek to harvest and destroy planets to refuel their ships and grow, protect their technology at the expense of driving indigenous races to extinction. It's kind of what they do. So the creature designer here was Patrick Tatopoulos, we've talked about on the Pitch Black episode not too long ago, and also did the '97 Godzilla with Roland Emmerich. He's a pretty well-known creature designer, and he did all of the alien creature effects. He designed the entirety of the extraterrestrial elements, including the ships and the aliens himself. Before I get into the aliens, though, I wanted to say too that just like in general, the effects here, 95% of it was shot using miniatures with motion control cameras and combined digitally in post-production. So this actually, one of the guys, VFX guys, his name is Volker Engel. He has a lot of stuff he talks about it, but like the White House destruction, like was pyrotechnics and miniatures. Like I think this movie had a record and may currently still hold the record of like using the most miniatures in a film, like a live action film like this. That's not just like a miniature film, you know?
Mm.
So like it's amazing, and that's kind of what we're talking about with the sequel, where it feels like it's just get this digital sheen constantly. Like this is just it's so practical to the point that it was breaking records. But anyway, the aliens themselves. So Totopoulos actually, when he was first coming up with the monsters or the alien design, he came up with two ideas. The first one he called like a complete fantasy. It was large, threatening, with tentacles, narrow hips, kind of insectoid. Then he had another one that was more smaller and more traditional with the large head and like the spindly limbs, humanoid with big eyes and stuff. And he kind of modeled that after like what people like who have alien abduction stories talk about, right? Um, anyway, both designs drew the inspirations from insects, specifically locusts, which kind of fits with that like sort of like hive mindy, like swarmy, harvesty thingy. But anyway, Emmerich, when he presented the two designs to Roland Emmerich, he liked both of them. He's like, why can't we do both somehow? Right?
Ooh.
And that's sort of like what he kind of came up with at the time. He's like, well, okay, so what if this smaller one's inside of the bigger one, you know? And so that's kind of how they decided to come up with that idea of like this sort of like exoskeleton suit, which is biomechanical living exoskeleton kind of thing, which is super cool. And he also says, I think this might be in the novelization or this might have just been in an interview. Um, he kind of talks about this. So the small aliens, the real alien, they're the intelligent ones. In Totopoulos' mind, he says that the other one is actually another creature, a living creature from their alien's original planet that they essentially kind of like used and sort of like almost enslaved to kind of create these. They're like big, dumb, powerful aliens. They use them as suits so they can be physically strong enough to travel through space because otherwise they would not be. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
That did not register to me
Well,
at
it's not in there.
all.
It's just like he just like I think he was just saying like that was his like kind of idea for a backstory when he was kind of coming up with like why it would be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
That's
is kind
pretty
of
cool.
interesting. Yeah, I thought that was super cool. He also designed the ships. I was telling you that. He apparently when he was like made the ships and he made the aliens, he's like didn't realize that the ships kind of look like the heads of the aliens too. That was like a subconscious thing, but that kind of fits. They all kind of feel like they're come from the same culture, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought what did you think of the design of the aliens?
I liked it. I'm always a fan of like the slimy, tentacly
Mm-hmm.
kind of vibe. It definitely feels like a precursor to what they would go on to do in Men in Black, which I know it's like different
Yeah,
for like design teams and stuff like that, but
but an era
that
kind of.
it evokes that to me. Um, I ever since I was a kid, I've always had like the shot of like Spiner being held up by the
Mm-hmm.
tentacle, and
So cool.
like in my mind, they were using the tentacle to like talk through him, and
They
it's
were,
like,
I think, weren't they?
well, no, like they're just psychically controlling him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah, but like in my mind, it's like, oh man, like they can
yeah.
strangle you and then talk through you like a puppet.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, and I mean, I thought it was cool that like they kind of quickly give you a reason for why Earth, like why travel all this way of like, oh yeah, they breathe our air. They are like
Hmm.
sensitive to temperature in roughly the same way as us, so it makes sense why they're attacking us and like want our resources. So yeah, I think yeah, you don't know much about the aliens other than that they like are just ruthless killing machines.
Yeah.
Uh, but for not giving them like the spotlight like in the way that you would like a xenomorph or the predator, you still feel like you have a good idea of like what they're about. And I think that
Mhm.
like the design and everything like that really helps kind of paint over any kind of questions you might have. It really works with your imagination to give them more life.
Yeah, I think the designs are super cool. Like the exoskeleton suit is a really unique alien design. Like it's, I mean, it does evoke other like vibes sometimes, but like it
It's
looks,
Giger-esque
it's
for sure.
Giger-esque. I know they kind of wanted to avoid that initially. I think they didn't want to do that, but that one does. But then like the smaller little alien, like it is modeled after the traditional like alien vibes that we kind of know from history, but I feel like it's also interesting enough. It's like the colors and the translucent skin of it all, like they kind of make it look a little gnarly. But the way they look, like they look so good. Like
Yeah.
they looks like even like the when they're on the mothership and like there's that one that's kind of in the like the control room or whatever, like just like pressing buttons and things. I'm like, it's just like I feel like it's like an alien there, you know, like
Yeah.
sometimes you know you're looking at a special effect and then you know like you take yourself out, but like it's so good.
Well, I love it. I love it because it's like the perfect like middle point between like a xenomorph and a gray.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, it's kind of an in between in a sense.
Yeah. So it's like it's satisfying and your brain registers it immediately.
Yeah. So the actual like physical effects that they had, the studio, Totopoulos and his studio, they did two approaches for the creatures. They had a full-size animatronic suits essentially and small scale rod puppets. For the full-size like biomechanical suits, like the big alien, the insectoid ones, they were molded in silicone, whereas the small ones were kind of used created in translucent urethane. Both creatures had like fiberglass molded like inside of it. They also had like rod puppets to kind of have like specific close-up shots of different like limbs, tentacles, like faces, things, so they could do close-ups and stuff. Fingers specifically. Um, all versions of the suit had like tentacles that were operated by an entirely separate puppeteering unit, actually,
Mm.
and they were affectionately called the tentacle unit. So that was just like a different group of guys.
Sure.
Um, the One of the interesting ones I wanted to point out though, the Area 51 scientists, when they begin the autopsy, they had to like think about how the suit was going to split open really fast when they start kind of cutting into it. And so they had a specific head and torso animatronic that they built for that. The organic membranes of the suit were urethane and foam latex sheets painted and covered in KY jelly, like a shit ton of KY jelly.
It looked
Yeah.
very wet.
Yeah. But the suits themselves were the ones that they built, the full size ones were actually 8 feet tall, and most of them, and I think they had like 25 tentacles that they built overall. They wanted the suit to look like it wasn't a person inside of it, like wasn't a person in a suit. They wanted it to look like gangly and spindly so that like it didn't feel like somebody was just walking around. So
Mm.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, interesting stuff, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't see you. I mean, really, like outside of the Area 51 sequence, you don't really see the alien move
Hmm.
that much. Like they have that shot of like when Will Smith like punches it out, says the
Yeah.
iconic line, but like that kind of just feels like he's just punching a suit.
Yeah.
Like it's not, it doesn't feel like a thing that's like a creature that was like moving around in it. But yeah, I mean, I was sold on the Area 51 scene.
Hmm.
Like they
So
really
cool. Yeah.
it's very successfully done. I viscerally remember the cutting open the head and like all of the fluid just like gushing out. It looks so gross and real.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Apparently, and this I think is in the novelization, they say that when the Area 51, the crash landing there, like one of them survived a little bit before they all died, the three of them that they had on display before they died. And apparently in the novelization, it communicated peace telepathically before dying. And the idea being like that's why the scientists were kind of like less phased when things started lighting up at first. They're like, oh, it's good, they're peaceful, until
Oh,
things
like it
start
was
going, yeah, until things start blowing up, of course.
sure, sure.
Yeah. So like I think that was kind of meant to be like a novel backstory element to it.
Man,
Yeah.
wish some of that had made it to the screen.
I know, right? That could have been an even longer director's cut.
Yeah, I guess yeah, it was already like over 2 hours. I don't know that I want more per se, but it is a like the movie just does like a good job of like creating like a rich, like filled in, lived in world that like yeah, maybe like a sequel movie was never gonna like satisfy in the way that like maybe like a series or something could have done a little better at.
Totally. Oh, series like an animated series, like the Men in Black cartoon
Yeah.
would have been tight. Maybe there is one actually. I don't know. But Khalid, I do want to say, speaking of things that are rich and filled in, um,
Ugh.
would you fight or flirt with the aliens in question?
I mean, not to bury the lead here or anything, like I guess I'll just get to it. I would fight them. Like they're very fightable. I guess like do you mean like in a like I have to be a fighter pilot or is it just like me versus an alien? Because like when they're in their ships, like the it seems like the only people that can do anything about it are fighter pilots, which
Hmm.
like yeah, I guess because I can't fly a plane, I would just be like rooting on the military, which feels weird. Like I guess I'd just
Out of
be
your
like
element.
I'd be like a water boy at the military base. Hey champ, don't forget to stay refreshed before
You'd
you
be
head
the
up there.
you'd be the extra who salutes really hard.
Yeah, and I mean it's only because like they don't mince words about it. The aliens do not give a shit about us. Like there's
No.
no like grand like slave race like plan. They really want us all dead. So I'm just like, well, yeah, you can't go out on a date with someone like that. Like they've made their politics very clear.
Yeah.
So, uh, yeah, I guess ugh, I'm fighting them by like supporting our troops. Ugh. I'm not happy
I
about it,
mean,
but that's
you could have just made yourself a pilot in this scenario. I'm surprised you didn't.
then I'm the troops. That's also ugh.
You don't have to be. You could have been one of the guys who just like volunteered for that one mission.
Fine. I'm Randy Quaid. I'm a drunk crop duster.
There it is. There it
And
is.
I give those boys the old what for.
There it is. That's it.
Uh, but also I don't think I would ever in any scenario like bother to learn to be a pilot. That just seems like a it's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never once like seen someone flying a plane and be like, I want to do that. Even in the coolest movies.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. I feel like one time I went on a boat for like 3 hours, like one of those whale watching boats, and I didn't feel very good. Like I don't feel like I would feel very good in a plane
Well, especially like something moving
like
that
that.
fucking
I mean, I
fast.
could fly on a regular plane, but like that situation, yeah.
Yeah, it just it's not for me. And then you start talking about like doing barrel rolls and shit, and
Yeah, dodging and all that. Yeah.
I would mu feel much more comfortable with my feet on solid ground.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
cool. It's still
yeah.
cool. The dogfights felt very Star Wars. There's a lot of other elements of sci-fi movies here that were referenced, I feel like.
It's super Star Wars, but like a lo-fi version of it, where it
Right.
really you genuinely feel like, oh, this is what the Americans would be like if they were in Star Wars.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Americans in Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah, like this is the it's like Vader, the Americans are approaching the Death Star. It's just
Hmm.
like, woo, let's get them, boys. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Um, which is again a knock on the sequel. Like the sequel feels just like bad Star Wars. Like they don't
Yeah.
even feel like American. Like they feel like a fake sci-fi like entity.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, I would fight them. What about you?
It's your thing, Khalid. I don't know. I'd fight him too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoorah, right?
Hoorah, baby. Me and you are gonna meet up after and get matching military tattoos into the Nevada desert.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cigars too.
Yeah. Also, I just love that they're just like driving through desert. Like it's like there's no road anywhere.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
military base with no road.
What's Area 51? It's secret, right?
Yeah, but it's like giant like salt flats or something. Like it's just it looks cool, but I'm just
Yeah.
like these are like campers. These are RVs.
Hmm.
Like there's no way they all make it there on unpaved like dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I agreed. You
Yeah.
ever seen Mars Attacks?
Yes, when I was a kid, it was so hard to remember what happened in one movie versus the other.
Sometimes I mixed them up. Yeah.
And is it just a thing of parallel thinking, or is Mars Attacks just like a parody of it?
So I always was under the impression that Mars Attacks was a parody, but it only came out a couple months later, so I don't
That's
think it actually was actively.
which is nuts for
Yeah.
like how like it feels like a scary movie like version of Independence Day.
Right. And it's like it's great. I actually read that Independence Day, they knew that Mars Attacks was coming out, so they were like, we got to come up before that one.
We're not letting Ving Rhames eat our lunch, god damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is it Ving Rhames or who's the black guy in that? It's he just always looked like Ving Rhames to me. I don't think it was him. I think it was like the
You
guy
don't
who
think
played
so?
Shaft, maybe. Let me see.
Uh oh, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown, that's it. I think he was Shaft.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that movie was like it I feel like on paper I should like that movie, but it is so mean-spirited. Like I always like that first act, I just feel gross, like how like awfully everyone dies.
I don't remember now that you're saying. I feel like I remember liking it, but I don't remember exactly what happened. Let's get into it another time, of course. But yeah,
We might actually do it one day.
maybe we should. I heard it just got a new 4K release, so maybe we should.
Maybe I'll have a different opinion on it, but like I just always like walk away just be like, oh man, like I feel like I just like watched like a puppy get kicked for an hour.
I
Like
do remember
I
like a
don't,
lot of famous people that at the time were recognizable like die really fast, and I was like, what? Like usually they're safe.
yeah, that it's that, but it's like so gruesome. Like that's the part of it. And then like
Yeah.
the aliens are always just laughing like maniacs about it. And I just yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, we'll talk about it another time, but it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Any final thoughts about Independence Day?
Um, thank God Kevin Spacey wasn't the president.
Yeah. Yeah. Co-signed.
Yeah, man, what a dodged bullet that is.
Yeah. Imagine one with like with an added Kevin Spacey minus a Will Smith, that would have sucked.
Yeah, that. Oh my God, yeah, there's that scenario. Who would they
Hmm.
have picked? Oh man, really just like what a sliding doors ass decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
They made the right call.
They did. They did. We're
Yeah.
living in that one instance, we're living in a better timeline.
Truly, truly.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to our final segment of the show?
Let's do it.
It's our with the fandom segment, which we share one to two, or in Khalid's case, sometimes three things that we are into at the moment. Khalid, what the fandom with you this week?
Thanks for asking, Joe. My What the Fandom this week is going to be the third season of the AMC show Interview with the Vampire. Although there is some confusion as to whether it's the third season of that series or if it's its own spin-off of that show, which would make it the first season. In
Hmm.
any case, I am talking about the Vampire Lestat. So I believe I've made my What the Fandom both seasons of Interview with the Vampire in the past. And this story basically picks up where season two leaves off. And so whereas the first two seasons are told squarely from Louis de Pontelac's point of view he is the vampire, the titular vampire being interviewed, and it's all about like point of view and perspective. We finally get his paramour, the vampire Lestat's own firsthand account of things in a fun follow-up series where he just for shits and giggles kind of, but also as a way to help change the negative press around his character because of the best-selling book that comes out at the end of season two. He becomes a rock star
Yeah.
and like tours America with a band and tries to like basically like just get his version of events out. And he is also Eric Bogosian comes back for the third season. He was the interviewer, and he is now doing like a rock documentary with Lestat, where he's giving him a chance to kind of tell his side of the story. And it's it's just such a great like perspective shift of a character that we thought we knew, but was really being told through like the eyes and ears of like a very melodramatic character versus like Lestat, who is like so much more hedonistic, so much more irreverent, and like the big fundamental change is he's like a funny guy. So like it really is like a total change to almost like genre jump of like now we're getting a lot of comedy every
Hmm.
episode. And the writing just hasn't skipped a beat. Like it's still just doing so many things with the English language that like not since Deadwood have I seen people like just like communicate in a way that's like you feel spellbound. It's dizzying how entertaining it really is. And so I'm only on episode 4 so far, but I feel very comfortable in saying that the season is going to be a home run. Like, I haven't really had any problem with any of the episodes so far. And honestly, if you like are curious, you could theoretically just jump into this season and watch it on its own merits. My roommate just like checked out the premiere with me and he didn't know what anything was like referencing. He just liked it for what it was. So it does in that sense feel almost like a spin-off. But yeah, it's just it's super delightful. It's doing like a lot of like I said, really cool things with like subjectivity where it's like now you're seeing stuff that was spoken about in seasons 1 and 2 by Louis's character through Lestat's point of view and how it changes dramatically. Even down to how Lestat is portrayed, where like in the first 2 seasons, because it's a perspective thing, he is just like this like clean, like beautiful guy, and then you see him now and he's like a little bit mangy.
Hmm.
Apparently, he has had a very visible scar on his chest that Louis just never bothered to mention. From like, and it's like that's cool. You know what I mean? It's like even so you're watching it now and you're going, even now, like what can I truly believe with my own eyes versus what I'm just being told? And like that's I don't know, it's just a really great like exercise in storytelling. So yeah, that's my recommendation, my one recommendation, Joe. Uh
Sounds like the writers are having fun with it.
they're really having
Yeah.
it, man. Like I think you would get a kick out of this show. It's especially with season 3 as
Yeah.
kind of like working like in contrast to seasons 1 and 2.
Hmm.
Because season 1 and 2 are so beautiful and it just feels like this like epic like love story and there's like a tragedy around it all that they just like really it blossoms so beautifully, and then you watch this and it feels like you're just like you're on tour with him like in a drug fueled haze,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm very impressed that they're able to do such a tonal shift in like a way that doesn't
Mm.
in any way undermine what came before it.
Sounds like he's more like the What We Do in the Shadows vampires.
It does feel like what we do in the shadows at times this season, but again, like they don't veer too far into comedy that
Hmm.
it undercuts any of it. Like you're
Yeah.
still with like this guy who's like dangerous and like emotional and moody, and
Yeah.
it all works. Don't ask me how, but it does.
It's Tom Cruise, right?
Uh, exactly. It's Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, baby. They're back.
Yeah.
They're playing the same vampires. Uh, but yeah, that's my recommendation this week. Joe, what's a fandom with you?
Oh, thanks for asking, Khalid. I've actually been, what have I been doing? Been catching up on some things that other people on this podcast have recommended a lot. I just read the Dungeon Crawler Carl book, the first one. That was fun. But the one that I want to recommend this week is a book that I'm almost done with it. I'll probably finish it tonight. It's called Mr. Magic from the author Kirsten White. It just came out not too long ago, but it kind of blends kind of some weird, almost like internet sort of creepypasta type horror with like a 90s nostalgia and like fandom and kind of looking at what that looks like. So essentially the kind of idea is that it's like um 30 years after like a children's program called Mr. Magic shut down because of an accident that we don't know what happened. One of them died. The surviving cast members are reuniting for like a podcast that's going to delve into the history of what happened. But there's like a bunch of weird stuff going on. The main protagonist that we're following doesn't have any memory from the show, and all of them can't quite remember it. Actually, they're like, were there actually sets? Were there actually people filming? Like, how did this even get on TV? Like, what were we even doing? Who was Mr. Magic like a puppet or was it an actor? They don't remember it. And there's like interludes within the book of like online chat rooms, like Reddit or like emails where people are like, does anyone remember Mr. Magic? Like, and there's like ideas like people kind of building on it, like they're with their memories, like, and you're questioning as the reader, like, is that real within the story or is that like kind of like a snowball effect of what people are kind of like a Mandela effect kind of thing, like making it up a little bit. And like in the actual world of the book, in the book, like no surviving tapes of the show or clips are anywhere. Like it's basically been scrubbed, even though the five former children's stars are still out there and they're reuniting. They like remember it, but there's like they can't see it or they can't rewatch it. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on, and like and for a while you're like, is it supernatural? But it's very clearly, I mean, it's marketed as supernatural, so it definitely is. But there's some really really weird stuff going on. If you like kind of that internet digital age weirdness mixed with a little nostalgia, but it's also very an original story. Like it's very unique. And I love that kind of like I've talked to this before. I really love that kind of like analog horror where it's kind of like based on like an old TV show. So there's elements where there's like things happening with TVs that are weird and creepy, or like things you're seeing, but it's like confined to like technology in some sense, you know? And so it's really good, and I'm really digging it so far. I'm actually listening to the audiobook, which is narrated by Rebecca Lohman. Big fan of her narration so far. She's doing a lot, and it's super engaging. Like I find myself listening to it like in the car, and I'll just like stop for a little bit before getting out. I'm like, I got to finish this chapter, you know, or like I'll be doing dishes, listening to it, and I'll be done. I'll just be standing over the sink, like waiting for what happens next. Like super good, super suspenseful, very exciting, really enjoying it. So I would recommend that one. It's Mr. Magic by Kirsten White. So that's mine.
Thank you for the recommendation, man. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
Well,
before we close out, Khalid, I mean, this is kind of our what is it, our 4th of July episode in a sense, right?
it is, yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
assume it'll come out before the holiday weekend.
It will. So happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy
guess.
4th of July to you too, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy's doing a lot of lifting, but yeah.
Hey, man, what's there not to celebrate? 250 years of this, baby.
Woo! Hoorah.
No, complicated feelings about this country aside, I do hope that you and everybody has a restful and happy weekend, just in and of itself. But also, if you're celebrating, I hope you're doing it safely and with loved ones surrounding you. And yeah, with that being said, thank you everybody for listening to another episode, wherever you may listen. And until next time, creep it easy. Frankenstein's podcast is hosted by Joe Praska and me, Khalid Hussein, with music from Jim Hall and original artwork from Jim Tandberg. A reminder that we do have a Patreon if you are interested and able to support our show. We are a fully independent podcast maintained as a labor of love, so anything helps. You can become a Patreon at the $1 or $3 level, or you can become a producer at the $7 level. Becoming a patron gives you access to bonus content like Frankenbits, where we discuss a range of topics often outside the realm of monsters. Thank you to our current Patreon producers, Luke Johnson, Andy Broth, Jake Cole, and Joe Michaud. And thank you to each and every one of you listening.